Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is things are not looking good for Paige DeSorbo in her, messy breakup with Craig Conover. And the sad part is, it did not need to get to this level. I feel like Paige, in her camp of Sierra and Amanda and Lindsay and blah, 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 I feel like they are their own worst enemy. Like, we should not even be talking about this breakup anymore. But Paige, girl, allegedly the receipts are about to come in. But before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. It's a fun and easy way to support me and the show, and I'd really appreciate it. So with that, let's go. So first up, let's talk about the latest blind item from Dumas. So on the left or right hand side, the one that has the blue background, that is allegedly Rachel Durante, who is the ex-fiance of Joe D'Amelio, who is Paige DeSorbo's rumored new boyfriend, who she was allegedly cheating with on Craig. So she wrote, regarding what's been happening out there this past week during my relationship, disrespectful messages were sent to a man who was spoken for with absolutely no regard or respect for another woman or her relationship, insinuating for him to leave me for her. As my relationship went on, the banter continued, and I was purposely made to feel insecure, and my relationship was undermined. As someone who holds himself to such a high standard and claims to be, quote, a girl's girl, her actions contradict this. I had the courage to leave a toxic situation, and as a girl's myself, I'll continue to lift other women up and their relationships up, not to try to tear them down for my own good. I refuse to have anyone lie on my name and write their own false narratives about my life. It is what it is. I wish everyone the best. Now, do I believe that Rachel was talking about Paige? Yes. Do I believe that Paige was DMing Joe for allegedly 6 months? Yes. Do I believe she was telling Joe to leave his girlfriend for her? Yes. Do I believe she was cheating on Craig? Yes. Now, we also know that Paige has come out and said, oh, Craig was, texting two women while he was with me, blah, 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 blah. When, after Summer House picks up cameras again after the breakup. Do I believe that? No, I don't think that Craig was cheating on Paige. I don't think he was really looking at any other women. I think that he was committed to her and wanted to marry her. And that is what it is. I don't know why she's doing all this performative stuff now. Thou dost protest too much, trying to smear Craig's name, because I don't know why in her delusional mind and Sierra's delusional mind and Lindsay's delusional mind and Amanda's delusional mind, they're saying that Craig owes it to Paige to debunk the cheating rumors. Number one, Craig didn't start this cheating rumors. Number two, you dumped him. Number three, why does he owe you anything? You guys aren't together anymore. Move on, okay? Craig then goes on to the Tamron Hall show and says, no, I wasn't DMing anybody. I wasn't texting anybody. I don't know why it's disappointing that her and her show went in that direction. Side note, I think the biggest tea on Tamron Hall's show wasn't that he said Paige was lying about him texting other girls, because duh. But I think the biggest tea was that he called Austin his co-star. Not his friend, but his co-star. Like, ouch. Like, eek. I don't know what's going on with Austin and Craig. I think Craig needs to open his eyes and realize that Paige poisoned him against Austin because Austin didn't want to be with Sierra. I mean, I don't know anybody who would want to be with Sierra. She's very nasty and weird. So I think Craig kind of needs to wake up to the fact that Paige manipulated him and sabotaged his friendship and get back good with Austin. He's not your co-star. He's your friend. Get over yourself, okay? Anyway, back to this. So now Dumas is saying that there's going to be more bombshells. It says, Bravo bombshells DMs. Subject, Bravo star caught in the DMs. Message, the giggly Italian Bravo celebrity, who's rumored to have been DMing an Italian sports VP, might want to be careful how much she puts out there. Rumor has it the proof of the inappropriate DMs to her new beau while he was engaged are about to drop. So obviously they're talking about Paige DeSorbo and her new rumored boyfriend, Joe D'Amelio, and that the receipts are going to be her DMing him while she's still with Craig and while he was engaged to Rachel. Now, after she went on the and when they picked up cameras and it's like, oh, he was, texting two women, blah, 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 blah. Everyone was like, okay, well, you're accusing him of cheating on you. He's never actually accused you of cheating on him. Where are the receipts page? Timeline, screenshots, receipts. You can't come out here and say he was cheating on you and you don't have any proof when you expect him to defend you for allegedly not cheating when you guys are already broken up. So, like, what's good? So now Dumas is saying, yeah, like she put her foot in it because now the receipts are going to drop that she was actually cheating. So things are heating up. And this kind of goes back to the report from Reality Blurb that Craig Conover allegedly accused Paige of talking to Joe for at least 6 months behind his back. Oof, and the split is about to get ugly. So it says Craig Conover allegedly is under the belief that now ex-girlfriend Paige began talking to her rumored new man, Joe D'Amelio, several months ago prior to their 2024 split. This is the thing. Joe is rumored allegedly to be telling his friends that him and Paige hooked up over Halloween of 2024. So that means that if these rumors are true, Joe himself is confirming that they both were cheaters. Because I don't know if he had ended his engagement in Halloween. I'm not sure. But Paige and Craig were definitely still together over Halloween. Anyway, here we go. As one insider insisted that Paige was not to blame for their breakup getting ugly, another source revealed that the Southern Charm star Craig told an InvitGoer at a recent home expo that Paige had been talking to Joe for 6 months. Is the insider saying it's not Paige's fault? Is that Paige? Is that her PR person? Is that Hannah? Is that Sierra? Yikes. Quote, I sent a DM to you with a picture. My friend just met Craig in Minneapolis at a home expo, and he told her that as he was walking into the expo, he found out that Paige had been talking to her new man for 6 months. He said he's happy to be busy in Minnesota this weekend. Read a report from Dumas on Reddit from an unnamed person. The alleged claim that Craig is interesting, as we reported last month that Joe's ex-fiancée, Rachel Durante, whose engagement with Joe reportedly ended in November, has also seemingly accused Paige of sending inappropriate DMs to Joe for months while they were still engaged. Okay, so I found out myself. Boom. If the rumors are true that Joe and Paige hooked up, sorry, you guys, 1 second. That Joe and Paige hooked up in Halloween, it makes sense now that after they hooked up, and now all of a sudden, Joe is ending his engagement in November. Paige is ending her relationship with Craig over Thanksgiving in November, right? Because they didn't go public with their split until end of December, New Year, and end of December, New Year's, where they went public. But they came out and said they actually broke up over Thanksgiving weekend. So in my mind, I'm believing this. Joe and Paige cheating with each other, emotionally, mentally, whatever you want to call it, for about 6 months. They finally hook up, smash, whatever the kids are saying these days, over Halloween in October. And then they go and break up with their fiancés and their boyfriends in November. That makes sense to me. So I want to know what you guys think about this. I've never been a Paige fan. I've never been a Sierra fan. I've never been a Hannah fan, Giggly Squad. I'm not a giggler. So I've never drank this Kool-Aid. She's never been my personal cup of tea. And I think her true self is coming out. I think this is who Paige has always been. She's always, and I think that's going to happen on Summer House. I agree with Kyle when he says Paige is two-faced. She is two-faced. I think she's very fake and weird. And I think this is who she really is. And I 100% believe my opinion that, yeah, she was cheating because now it makes sense. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Are you shocked? Are you ready for the receipts? I'm ready for the receipts because my life is non-messy. So I love messiness of reality stars. So with that, you guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.